Hey, welcome to this VHF UHF channel, and today's tip is about emergency weather. If the weather goes bad, if something goes wrong, or if you just want to keep track of weather conditions. Remember that your scanner radio is also a great radio in North America. Unfortunately, in Europe, there's no such service, which is sad. It would be nice to be kind of a universal service that would be available everywhere. But in Canada and in the United States, we have a weather radio. So in the United States, it's NOAA, the National Oceanic Atmospheric Administration weather broadcasts. In Canada, it's Environment Canada that has it. And they have specific channels on a VHF range. Now, if you have a scanner radio, some of you might have, I have it on this one, a little button that says WX. That means weather. So if I click here, it scans and will go directly to the weather channels.
Montreal and suburbs, winter storm warning in effect for today.
So you see here,
snow beginning late this afternoon. Winds northeast.
We've got weather broadcasts. Now, where do you hear them if you don't have that weather button? Well, usually scan anywhere from 162.400 to 162.550. There's a certain number of channels in there that will bring you weather broadcasts. For example, here in Montreal, I can actually hear the Burlington, Vermont one on 162.400. So 162.400 to 162.550, it's the weather broadcast channels. And there are a pretty huge number of transmitters broadcasting weather, and the coverage is fairly good. So almost anywhere there's one form or another of weather station that will actually make it to your scanner. And it's a great way to keep track of weather. If for some reason they're announcing that immediate weather could, turn bad, or have, you have warnings of heavy thunderstorms, tornadoes, or whatever, and you find, well, it's beautiful out, why not bring your scanner radio with you? It's a great way to keep track of what's happening. And what's nice is you'll get the weather alerts also, which is very, very nice. You might even have a scanner radio that has a more advanced one, like this one, for example, that can actually display the same messages. What are same? So these are, when you actually listen to the weather channel on VHF, you might hear that sometimes they broadcast a certain number of tones, or there's like these little data bursts that sound weird. Well, this, on some scanners like this one, for example, will actually display a weather alert in the screen and even sound an alarm. In this case, I can have an alarm sound if something goes bad. So depending on the type of scanner you've got, from the most basic one, this one is a very basic one and has actually a weather button, but I know that a lot of them don't have a weather button. So if you don't have a weather button, then just scan from 162.400 to 162.550. You'll hear, in North America, you're pretty sure to hear at least one channel with weather broadcasts for your area. And when weather turns bad, like for example here, we're going to have a really big snowstorm tonight, probably the biggest of the winter season this year, like 1.5 feet of snow and really high winds. So you keep track of all of that with the scanner radio. And actually tonight, not only will I keep track of the weather with scanner radio, I'll probably be tuning around emergency services and everything that I can hear as the weather gets worse and worse during the evening and the night. If you enjoy my videos, please subscribe, give us thumbs up, and I hope you enjoyed these little daily tips. This is tip number 7 for February 12th, 2019.